When you understand the basics and the properties of mathematics, to simplify or to solve an equation is going to be very easy for you. On the board here, we are given that 7 raised to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 5. Then we are asked to find the value of this expression from this given equation. To get the value of 7 raised to the power of x plus 1 from this equation, the first thing we need to do is to recall two property of indices, which is division property of indices and multiplication property of indices. Now, division property of indices, recall that when we have x raised to the power of m over x raised to the power of n, as you can see, this is division and the bases are the same. So using the property, when the bases are the same and the operation is division, so we need to write one of the base, which is x, then we subtract the exponent. So the first power is m, then minus the second exponent is n. So this is division property of indices. And also multiplication property of indices. When we have x raised to the power of m multiplied by x raised to the power of n, as you can see, the bases are the same and there's multiplication. So all we're going to do is to write one of the base, then we add the exponent. So the first power is m, then plus n. So this is multiplication property of indices. Now, using these two properties to answer this question, so from the equation, we are given that 7 raised to the power of x minus 1 is equal to 5. Now, as you can see, the left-hand side of this equation is the same as this property, the right-hand side of this property. So we're going to transform into this form. So the base here is 7 is x and here is 7. Written in this form is going to be what? 7 raised to the power of the first power, which is x, over then 7 raised to the power of this second, which is going to be 1. So everything will be equal to 5. Now the next thing is to cross multiply. 7 raised to the power of x, there's nothing here, so we just rewrite 7 raised to the power of x, which is equal to 7 to power 1 is the same as 7, then multiplied by 5 is going to give us 35. Now we have 7 to the power of x to be equal to 35. First, we are going to keep this first. But remember, we are not asked to simplify this equation. We are asked to find the value of this expression from the given equation. So the expression we are given 7 raised to the power of x plus 1. Applying multiplication property of indices, as you can see, the right hand side here is the same as this expression. So we want to transform this into this form. So this in this form is going to be what? 7 raised to the power of x, then multiply by 7 raised to the power of 1. So this is equivalent to this using multiplication property of indices. Then we're going to recall that from here we solve 7 raised to the power of x to be equal to 35. So that means we're going to plug in this value in place of 7 raised to the power of x, which is going to be what? 35 multiplied by 7 to power 1 is the same as 7. You understand? So we plug this 7 to power x is the same as 35, so we can replace it here. So everything now will be equal to 35 multiplied by 7 is going to give us 245. So therefore, the value of this expression from this equation is going to be 245. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and also follow this page for more video like this.